Hello, this is April Grace. I'm in my living space, and today I want to talk about New Year's resolutions. So it takes about 21 days to form a habit. Today's the 25th or so of January, so I think now is a great time to look back and say, hey, did I set myself New Year's resolutions? What were they? How am I doing? And just take the time to look and say, should I, am I going to reinforce my commitment to this? Should I revise it, change it up a bit? Should I just scrap it all together? And first of all, why did I choose this in the first place? Is this realistic? What was my motivation? Keeping those in mind, I'd like to share with you some of my New Year's resolutions as well as some things that I knew for my channel. So let's get started. One of my first New Year's resolutions is to write out my daily goals the night before. So typically I'll end the day and I'm like, alright Jesus, I'm going to bed, I'm giving it up, I've done all I can, and I'm going to leave the rest to you, help me sleep. And I'm thinking, okay, I'll do these tomorrow. Next day I wake up, what was I going to do? So it's easier to make a to-do list for myself with what are my goals for today if I, write down what I had in mind the night before. You can't fit everything in one day, and part of it is surrendering up to God and saying, alright, I did what I could, you do the rest, kind of thing. So writing down my goals for today the night before. Second is a prayer log. So 2 years ago I decided, hey, I want to make myself a prayer journal. One of my friends, Allison, she has a prayer journal. She has friends write their prayer intentions down. She prays for them. And I wanted to do that, but instead I started writing down all the rosaries I've prayed, the when I go to confession, which is helpful for remembering how long it's been since my last confession, Divine Mercy chaplets, times I've gone to adoration, prayer intentions, some of them, and things like that. And so that's gone really well over the past 2 years, and I want to continue to do that. And so I keep them all written down in my cute My Neighbor Totoro little notebook. And along with that, I want to pray more Divine Mercy chaplets. It's something I didn't do a lot of last year, and I feel like I could commit my time to this. I don't know, once a month, once a week. I still really have to figure out the time frame, but it is something that I want to do. Number 3, or 4, depending on if you counted the Divine Mercy chaplet as one. I need to read the books that I've bought. As you can see, kind of here, I have a bit of a collection. There's way more downstairs, trust me. My hope is to have a library someday in my house, and so not only do I have things that I like to read, but I also have a lot of children's books that I read as a kid that I want to share with my kids one day. God willing, please. I have a lot of books that I bought and acquired that I haven't read yet. And so some of those in particular are Theology of the Body for beginners, this book about what it means to be a man and how a man's journey to discovering manhood, and it's called Wild at Heart, that's what it's called, and a book about prayers for protection by a speaker who came to my university and spoke to us, and I found it really interesting. She's a psychiatrist and yet found a lot of spiritual elements were influencing the people that she was working with. So I thought that was really cool. And so those are some of the books that I want to read, and I mentioned in one of my update videos that I was hoping to share what I learned from those, and so I really hope that will prompt me to take careful notes and to kind of go through and share what I learned from these books, and then hopefully you yourself can maybe get the books and see what you find, and we can talk about it. Lastly, I am hoping to dress more like an adult. All throughout college I just t-shirt, jeans, sweater, started wearing skirts, which were nice, but day to day I haven't really put much thought into what I wear except for do these colors go, and sometimes they just don't, whatever. But as a 20-some-year-old, I need to dress a little more professionally, especially with looking for a full-time job, and not just, I'm dressing up because I'm going out, but I need to be mindful of what I'm wearing every day. So yeah, dressing more my age. Some New Year's resolutions in regard to this channel are I'm hoping to do collaborations with at least 3 other people whether that be with another YouTube channel or with a guest. And so since I know the whole year can run away from me and I'm still relatively new to YouTube, I've been at this about like 6 months, maybe 6 months, and yeah, I'm starting small and then just trying to get the ball rolling, of course. And then one of my best friends has a really good editing software, and since I don't really have the time to look into it and learn everything about it, he offered, and has multiple times, like, hey, let me edit your videos, and I'm like, okay, next one. So hopefully I'll utilize him and his skills because he knows the program. And I've seen what he's done on another friend's channel. So things that are new with my channel are I have ways that you can contact me if you need a friend, if you have questions, an idea for a video. Aside from commenting below, I also have an email address that you can reach me at. So the email is peaceserenitygrace@aol.com, and it's all one word, no spaces, nothing. This is just to help you see a bit better. I also refurbished my old Twitter account, which I started in 2009 and never used until today. So you can tweet me, you can follow me at April Grace ASK, which are my initials, or soon to be my initials. Yeah, but also seriously, like, I love answering questions. Ask me questions, I'll do my best to answer. Yeah, Holy Spirit, guide me in answering your questions. And lastly, if you have any prayer requests, use the hashtag AprilPrays4, and I'd be happy to do that. Or you can comment below as well. So some prayer requests include from Catholic Gaming, asked me to pray for them and their family, so let's all remember Catholic Gaming. And my friend S, who I love dearly, pray for her, and particularly I am asking for your prayers. I'm looking for a full-time job, and that in and of itself is a full-time job. So yeah, I could really use the spiritual support as I am looking around trying to find a job to get my career really started. Yeah. Also, it is January. The anniversary of Roe versus Wade passed, but the March for Life is coming up. And so for safe journeys, for the cause of the March for Life, to defend life from conception to natural death, everything in between, just ask that God bless us and help us to understand, to help us defend our beliefs about that, but most importantly to help those who don't understand to understand where we're coming from. Yeah, so peace of Christ be with you always. Ad Maior Dei Gloriam, and God bless. Lastly, I wanted to wish you Happy New Year. Here's to a 2017 success. God bless!